Friends, hello students, how are you all? I think you all are safe at your home and following your teachers, whatever work your teachers are giving you, you all are doing that work sincerely. So, students, today we are going to start our new chapter, that is conservation of plants and animal. As you all know that plants and animal are our true wealth, isn't it? They are the important components of our environment. Plants help us to provide oxygen needed for respiration by performing photosynthesis. They serve as a food source for animals also, isn't it? So, if we see that plants and animals are very much essential for us and they are in the true sense, they are our true wealth, isn't it? But nowadays, these plants and animals required special conservation for their existence, isn't it? As you know that nature always try to maintain its balance, but due to interference of human beings, there are so many imbalance occurs in the ecological balance, isn't it? So now in this chapter we are going to read how we can conserve plants and animal, what is biodiversity and why there is a loss of biodiversity occurring, how plants are important, why forests are very essential part of our ecological balance, and what step we have to take to protect our wildlife. Students, if you see in this page, there are so many pictures of animals which are taken from different part of the India, isn't it? But if you see, only few animals are likely to be found nowadays. Many of them are in endangered list. Okay, so let us study how the diversity of organisms on earth are needed and why we should conserve them. Conserve means to protect them, isn't it? And what are the things why we are protecting it? All these topics we are going to read in our lesson. Okay, so let us start biodiversity. Do you know what is bio? Bio means life. And what is diversity? Diversity means number and varieties of plants and animals or other organisms living at a specific place. That is called biodiversity. And you know that the part of earth where life exists is called biosphere. Okay, biosphere is made up of three spheres: atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere. Atmosphere include what? Your air. Lithosphere means land and hydrosphere means water. When all these are collectively taken together, they make a sphere that is called biosphere, where the life can exist easily. Now you can see that there are only few species of plants and animals are left. Okay, here you have to learn the definition of biodiversity which I am marking for you people, isn't it? See, biodiversity is also known as biological biodiversity. Okay, means number and variety of plants and animals and other organisms that exist in a particular region at a given point of time. You must have seen that special plants are or special animals are found on the different habitat, isn't it? Do you know that all plants, all animals, if we are living in north area, then we are not found all the plants which can easily be grown up in Himalayas, isn't it? So there is special habitat of plant and animals depend upon place to place and climatic conditions. Okay, and do you know that the tropical rainforest have the richest biodiversity other than other habitats, isn't it? So the tropical rainforest area, you should know that it contain the biodiversity more as compared to other places. Okay, now come to flora and fauna. What are flora? The plant found in a region are called flora. Okay, FLORA. Whereas the animal found in a region are called fauna. FAUNA. And these both are independent on each other for their needs, isn't it? If you see, we have more than 4 lakhs plant species around us, and scientists are telling that there are more varieties of organisms and plant yet to be discovered. Okay, now ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem means the interaction between living organisms and their surroundings in a given region form the ecosystem. Eco means life. The interaction between the living organisms and its surroundings in a given region is called ecosystem. And what it include? It include all the living components such as plants, animals and microorganisms. All the biotic factors as well as abiotic factors are included in a ecosystem, and abiotic factors are those which are non-living. For example, soil, water, air, temperature and light. Okay, then what is the significance of biodiversity? Students, significance means why they are important for us. If you see that every organisms, whether it is small or big, have an important role in balancing our ecosystem, isn't it? Recycling of nutrients. Recycling means the nutrients cannot be finished, isn't it? We can recycle them easily. Decomposition of dead and decay matter, and formation and protection of soil. All these are very important functions, isn't it? Then plants, in the beginning also I have told that plants provide us food and shelter for animals as well as human being, and many products we are getting from it. Okay, so there are large varieties of plants and animals which are the real wealth of our ecosystem. Okay, and to maintain a well balanced ecosystem, we have to recover them, overcome all the difficulties which are coming in front of or in the way of plants and animals. Now let us do some reasons for loss of biodiversity. Means why the biodiversity is losing its percentage. Okay, we know that earth biodiversity is in danger. I have told that in the beginning of chapter that we have to conserve plants and animal, and nowadays it is a cause of concern to all of us, isn't it? So due to human interference, there are many factors which included loss of biodiversity. First one is habitat destruction. Habitat means the place where any plant or animal can easily survive. If you see that nowadays deforestation means cutting of plants and trees, overpopulation, pollution of air, water and soil, as well as global warming. Due to all these factors, the species living in plants, in forest, in oceans are affected by this destruction. There we can say that we are destroying their homes, isn't it? Sometimes you must have heard that lion comes to anyone's house. Okay, sometimes it start coming on roads. Why the lion or other wild animal leave their home means forest, and coming to city side? Since we all are destroying their habitat, that's why where they will go? They are coming to the city sides, isn't it? Then the second reason is that the invasive species means the new species that are not native to that region. Native means they won't belong to that particular region. So if they come in this, then what will happen? What they will do? They can destroy the normal animals or plants living there. Okay, then poaching. What is poaching? Poaching means for getting different parts of bodies of our animals like skin, fur, bones, horns. We are taking their life, okay, and giving them their species are destroying day by day. Then monoculture. Mono means single, one, and culture means to cultivate. If we are using only one kind of plants for commercial uh, profits, that type of culture or cultivation is called monoculture. It is also killing the varieties of plants and lead to loss of biodiversity. Then comes global warming. You all are familiar with this term that our Earth's atmosphere is increasing day by day, and due to increase in the Earth atmosphere, what is happening? The melting of polar ice. The reasons where in on the polar regions the ice was having very a thick layer, okay, and it is by and by melting and rising the level of sea. Then what will happen? Then it will destroy the coastal ecosystem. Coastal means the ecosystems which are lying just nearby coastal areas, nearby sea areas, okay. So all these are the reasons by which our forest, our this biodiversity is going down. Okay. Now let us come to the next topic, that is forest. Our lifeline, no doubt, they are our lifeline. In previous classes, you must have read, and I have told you in the beginning also, the forest are the real wealth of a nation. Okay, and they should be increased in every aspect, isn't it? If you watch this flow chart given in your book, then you can see that so many things are provided by us, isn't it? You see importance of forest. We can control the amount of carbon dioxide. As you all know, that plants take oxygen, plants take carbon dioxide to make their food, and they give us oxygen, isn't it? Then plants also provide what? Honey, spices, gums, resins, different type of medicines, and so many other things which we are getting: wood, timber, furniture. They help in formation of rain, and they control our soil erosion. What is soil erosion? Soil erosion means the removal of a fertile layer of soil, that is called soil erosion. So what, how plants help him? The plant's root, they anchored the soil in their roots and protect our soil to get eroded. Okay, So all these are the importance of our forest, and we know that they are our lifeline. Okay, directly or indirectly we all are dependent upon them, isn't it? Now comes destruction of forest. Why the forest are going down? Why we all are cutting the natural and valuable wealth given by nature to us? We have to protect them and conserve them. Then how we can take care of such? First one is deforestation. Deforestation means the cutting down of trees. You can see here, deforestation means cutting off you can see the cutting down of trees and destruction of forest on a large scale. Okay, that is called what? Deforestation. Okay, and again, what are the causes? If you see them, causes of deforestation is first one, that our demand is increasing for wood, for timber. Okay, medicinal plants, gums, population is increasing, and if population is increasing, then the demand of timber and all this will also increase. Then increase in the demand of food crops. Yes, if population is increasing, then we required more food and grazing land also for cattle. Okay, which will bring natural disaster such as forest fire and flood. In previous month, you must have observed in news that a very big forest fire occur in Australia, and that was the reason of this deforestation also. What will be the effect? How this deforestation will affect us? If you see that it will bring desertize desertification in us. How? Desertification means the process by which fertile land become desert. Yes, you know what are desert? We easily know that desert means this. Desertification is the process by which fertile land become desert. Okay, and you know desert very well, which consists of infertile soil where no plant, no trees can be cultivated. That area there is no vegetation. Okay, that particular area is called desert. And if we will not conserve, we will not stop deforestation, then it will keep on moving the same thing, isn't it? Then see, reduce biodiversity. Yes, it will help the biodiversity to extinguish. Okay, we can say it will get destroyed totally. Then water cycle. Water cycle, we know that tree absorb water and help to maintain the water table. What is water table? The underground water. Okay, they release water vapor to the atmosphere by transpiration. What is transpiration? Transpiration means the removal of excess of water from the leaves of tree to the atmosphere. All this help in the water cycle, which you must have read in your lower classes. Okay, so then next come increased greenhouse gases. Yes, if plants absorb excess of carbon dioxide, then what will happen? This increase of amount of carbon dioxide will retain more heat in the atmosphere, and this having of more carbon dioxide layer, which will lead to global warming. What will happen? The temperature of earth will increase more, and the CO2 percentage will also increase, and which will raise the temperature of our earth. Then flood and droughts. Due to imbalancing of water cycle, then there will be either more rainfall, or in some areas the rainfall will be very less. So the situation of flood and drought both can occur. And the last, soil erosion, which I have told earlier also, that trees are having roots and they anchored the soil. Okay, and without trees, what will happen? The soil, the upper layer of soil can easily be washed up. So we required the conservation of forest. And how we can do conservation of forest? Very important topic. The conservation of forest can be increased by afforestation. How? This afforestation means what? Growing of forest on land. Okay, more and more plants should be cultivated in the land. That is called afforestation, and very effective method of conservation of forest. Then reforestation. What is reforestation? It means growing of trees in forest that were recently destroyed by forest fire. There are some plants which are illegally cut, so we have to recultivate them. That is called reforestation. Then illegal logging of timber has to be prevented. Yes, there should be a act, conservation act should be aimed for such. And you know that the forest department has made forest conservation act in 1980, which aimed at preserving and conserving natural forest. Okay, they are the basic need of the people living nearby it. So by all these ways we can easily conserve our forest. Forest fire can be easily stopped, and we can build natural park, national park, and sanctuaries for effective way to reduce cutting of trees. Okay, so all these are the steps which can be followed by the government as well as the citizens to improve the conditions of forest. So in up to now, what we have done? Up to now we have completed that what is biodiversity, what is the significance of biodiversity, and what are the reasons why there is loss of biodiversity, and how forest can be prevented, and what is the reason behind deforestation. So I think up to here everything is clear to you. Next of the topic we will do in our next video. Till that, thank you. Have a nice day.